scrumptious recipe in the Sedona Combo Raw Food Dehydrator. It's going to be an eggplant jerky, which is a delicious alternative to any beef, turkey or chicken jerky that you might be making. It tastes amazing and a really good snack. So I'm going to get started, make it really simple. I've got about 2 eggplants, about 680 grams, and I've chopped them into strips, just like this. So I'm going to do this with my second one. And then with my dressing, I've got 1/4 cup of tamari, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1/4 cup of maple syrup, or you could use honey if you didn't want to keep it vegan, or you could use rice malt syrup, which is always a fantastic alternative. And I've got what else have I got in there? I've got a really nice barbecue spice, so it's a bit of mixture of turmeric, cumin, and then I've just popped 2 teaspoons of that. This one's being stubborn with me. Then I've got 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika and a little bit of cayenne pepper, but you can keep that out if you're not really into the spicy foods. So I'm chopping these into strips. Try and keep them as even as possible. I know it can be hard, but this really does help the dehydrating process. So I've got that all in there. I'll chop this guy. If you want to shorten the dehydrating time as well, chop them a lot thinner. You'll just get really thin, crispy strips. And then, pretty simple, I've got my dressing here. Pour it on top. Usually I'd let that marinate for about 24 hours just to really get the flavors amongst the eggplant. And a nice tip as well is once you've cut the eggplant, layer some salt on the top, and that really draws out some of the moisture, and then pat it dry with a paper towel. But I'm merely demonstrating for you today. So I've got that in there. That's mixed pretty well. And lay them out nice and evenly on the tray here. I'm just going to lay it out on one tray for you all, so I don't bore you, so you can get cooking and eating. It's a lot more exciting. Gets pretty messy, but the savior is the divider tray that I've got underneath right here. So that will catch any drips once you're lining it. Because I'll only be using 2 trays, I'll just be using the top fan of the Sedona Combo, which is a really good feature. So I'll pop him in, along with my divider tray. And yes, I'm going to be using the TST function. So I'm going to set it at 8 hours at 68 degrees Celsius. And that'll get most of that moisture out of there, and then you can bring it down, well, it itself will bring it down to about 42 degrees, so you can keep it raw and preserve those enzymes. And it smells amazing. And then, once you've got all that, I haven't done the 2 trays yet, simply turn it on, can hardly hear it. And I actually prepared some earlier for you all, and it looks like this. Super crispy. It is so yum. Any questions on the measurements of in the sauce, you can just go to our website. But for now, I'm going to try and not eat all of these. Happy dehydrating.